What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to what I believe is episode 15. I still don't know. I'm not going to know probably until ever. Maybe that's my thing now, is I just don't know the intro number anymore. Yeah, I just don't really know. But I do want to say thank you to all the subscribers that have been hitting the subscribe button lately, actually. Obviously, I guess we're only at sort of 25 at the minute, which obviously isn't a massive amount. But to me, that's quite cool, because when I started this, I was on about 3. So percentage-wise, it's quite a big increase. And, you guys seem to be enjoying the content. There was one comment that I received, actually, yesterday. It won't be yesterday for when this is released, but it's yesterday for me when I'm recording, and it was from someone called The Portuguese. So if that is you, this little segment is for you. He wanted me to check out a couple players. He's a Sporting fan in real life, and he said he's chuffed that we've managed to win a league title and stick around with Sporting. The good news for you, mate, I've never really said mate, but we're probably going to be here for at least a couple more seasons. Benfica look like they're on track to win the league, so as a result, we have to stay and just try and win 2 back-to-back league titles. So, yeah, it looks like they're about to do it. If we do somehow manage to overcome the 8-point gap, then we will be moving on, but it looks pretty unlikely. So I'm pretty sure we're here to stay at Sporting for a good couple more years. But yeah, like I mentioned, he did want me to check out 2 players. One was Bruno Fernandes. Let's have a look here. Bruno Fernandes. Is this him? I believe this might be him. Bruno Fernandes. I'm assuming this is the one. So obviously he was at Sporting Lisbon for year 1. Didn't do too badly, actually. Got 7.13. Got 1 goal, 9 assists. And yeah, it was pretty solid. Then year 2, 4 goals, 4 assists in 18 starts, 7.15. So he seemed to be out of the... I keep burping. I'm so sorry. I will sort this out. Bear with me. I'm going to have a sip of my drink. Hang on. Yeah, so season 2, he played 27 games, got 9 assists and 1 goal with a 7.13. It looks like during that same... Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, year 2. What am I talking about? 4 goals, 4 assists in 18 games with a 7.15. It looks like halfway through that season, so in January, he went to Chelsea for 53 million. So, yeah, he clearly was very good. Only got 1 goal in 7 appearances that year, and then he's been pretty much a bit of a staple ever since. The last few years, a bit more of a rotational player, but he's at Chelsea. He's doing all right. He's dropped off slightly the last few years, but his attributes are here on screen. I'm even going to scout him. We can maybe give him a little bit of a more in-depth look when the scout report comes back. But he's gone to Chelsea. I'm not sure if you'll be happy about that, but he does look quite solid, but his wage is way too high. So unfortunately, we won't be bringing him back, but that is where he ended up anyway. And the other one was Sebastian Coates. And in fact, to find this, I'm going to go into transfer history. Okay, maybe this was a mistake because we have a lot of players. Sebastian Coates. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm assuming it's Coates. It might not be Coates. Let's have a look here. Nani, Marcelo, Pereira, Balde, Wallison. Imagine if we don't find him. It's going to be awkward. Trincao went to Dortmund. Sebastian Coates. I thought this would be quicker than typing his name and maybe a bit more, I don't want to say interesting, but it's not really working out here, is it? Sebastian Coates. There he is. Okay, actually, well, that's gone awfully. Right, he's actually not had the best of careers, so apparently I sold him last year. I don't remember selling him, but obviously went to Sporting for 3 million in the end, back in 2016/17. This save, so he was here in year 1, of course, got 7.07, which is pretty good, 2 goals in 17 games. Year 2, year 3, and year 4, he was all playing pretty regularly, actually, and pretty much on average got a 7-ish rating. He then had 1 last year at Sporting where he fell out of sort of favour. 12 games, 2 assists, 1 player of the match, 6.84, so not the best. Went to Feyenoord on loan, where again he didn't really hit the ground running, but I mean Sporting made their money back in a way. I mean, maybe not, but Fulham picked him up for 3 million in the Championship, where, again, he just didn't really hit the ground running, didn't play very well. The second year, again, they weren't really liking him too much. Unfortunately, he ended up going to Hapoel in the Israeli Premier League, where he's still there to this day, he's still there, 35 years old now. And yeah, not really loving life over there, but that's where he is. So those are the 2 players you wanted me to check. If there are any more that you want me to check, I'm happy to do so. So yeah, be sure to drop that in the comment section down below if you are a Sporting fan. But nonetheless, let's catch you up on what has happened since we last met. When did we last meet? I think it was here, right? Belenenses. Was it? I'm going to say it was. That sounds about right. We then drew 0-0 with Guimarães in the semi-final of the Taça de Portugal. Not sure how happy I am about that, but I mean, it wasn't a loss. We then went and beat them in the league, 1-0. Reece Nelson grabbed the only goal. Academica, we beat them 2-0 away. Reece Nelson on the score sheet again, and Kamara. Setúbal, we beat 3-0. Fantastic performance from them. From us. Valverde, Tavares, and Gutul grabbing the goals. We then beat Penafiel 4-0. Nelson on the score sheet again. Kamara grabbed 2, and Brass grabbed another. An unfortunate, pretty lucky actually, 1-1 against Farense. 90th minute we had to get that back. So we could have closed the gap down to Benfica to just 6 points, and that wouldn't have been too bad because we played them on the final day. So they would have only had to slip up once. But now, basically in these next 3 games, they have to lose twice, and then we need to beat them on the final day of the season. So the league title's pretty much wrapped up for them. We're pretty comfortable in second for now, but I'm going to, I guess, kind of turn my attention to this Guimarães game where hopefully we can grab a win and like go through. Hopefully we can go through to the final of the cup and hopefully at least get some significant silverware this year like we did last year. I mean, obviously the league title's bigger and better, but I mean, we've only won the Super Taça so far this year, so I'd like to at least win the cup this year. So that is the goal. I'm confident if we do get through, we can win it. Guimarães have actually only won once in 21 games between these 2 teams. We have the favourites, we have better form. I'd like to say I can see us doing it, but they are pretty solid and they're playing pretty well this year, so it's going to be tricky, it's going to be tough. But all we can do is try, right? All we can do is try and... I mean, I don't want to say try because it sounds like we're going to lose, but they are at home. That's the maybe disadvantage as well. Dutra in goal. Riabciuk on left back. Aiting, Silva, Costinha, Silva, Lamera, Reynald, Dicko, Roca, and Gelson Dala rounds out their lineup. And for us, it's obviously Volpe in goal. Ortega, Maras, Harwood, Bellis, Aran, Buru, Valverde, Correa, Augusto, Sergio, Diogo, Brass, Nilton Tavares, and Reece Nelson out wide, who's got 20 goals in 40 games with 11 assists. That's pretty good. 33 goal contributions in 40 games. That's a good return for money, I think. For the amount we paid for him, that's good enough for me. Like, yeah, hopefully he can stay fully fit next year. Maybe that little blip of him being injured did damage us, but hey-ho, injuries happen, stuff happens. That doesn't really excuse our poor performance in the league. But hopefully today his presence can help us get through to the final of a cup. Although he's tackled and loses the ball here, but we tackle them right back. But they're to the second ball first. Well. 1-0. Gelson Dala. They're going to VAR. It might be offside. I'm kind of hoping it is. I'm kind of hoping there's a bit of luck in our favour. Is it offside he's reviewing? I'm not too sure what he's reviewing. He awards the goal, so it doesn't matter. Roca. I don't know what they were trying to award, actually, because nothing happened, so. 1-0 down. I'm going to say demand more, mate. That's not a good start, is it? I don't know if away goals even works in this competition. I should probably find out rules. Here we go, wait. Away goals used if scores are level after 90 minutes. Okay, so if we do equalise, that's alright then. That means we go through. So that's not too bad. The key there is we actually do have to score. They have the lead now. So, yeah, Tavares. Brass. Wow. That was pretty close, but I could kind of tell that was always going wide from how central he came with that shot. I just knew it wasn't going to have enough curl on it. Good effort nonetheless, and it's good to show a bit of electricity in the final third, but yeah, wasn't going to be jumping out my seat for that one, if I'm honest. I'm going to tell them to push forward, which obviously is a bit counterproductive with the cautious... I don't even know, what do you call this? Mentality? Yeah, mentality. But, I mean, we need to get a bit further forward. The defensive line needs to be a bit more, I guess, aggressive, maybe? I don't know. Like, we just need to do something. Just grab a goal, really. Like, it's nothing crazy. Match stats. They have a better average rating across the board, mainly because Gelson Darla's on a 7.2. Passes. We've had more passes. We have better completion. We've had more shots on target, but we head into half-time 1-0 down. And elsewhere, Rio Ave have scored, so their game's going to penalties. But our game, we're just going out. Imagine if we go out in 2 semi-finals to Madeira and Guimarães. Oh, that's not good, is it? Please, boys, come on, show some passion. 2 people fired up. Oh, come on. Silva M. Eiting. Silva M. Eiting. They're just holding the ball. Little chip forward. We head away, but back to them. And they're just holding it so nicely. Like, that looks so easy. So easy for all of them. Did you see that? Literally just held the ball. What, 4 or 5 passes, and they've just undone us so easily. Like, come on, get creative. Like, what is that, boys? Valverde, please. Oh, come on. Oh, we just look so sloppy. Like, no one looks up for it. No one looks excited. There's just, like, a sloppiness about our play that just doesn't look good. Nelson whips it in. Augusto Sergio. Brass just lets the ball go past him. Like, there's no aggressiveness. No one's biting the game by its teeth. Like, by its teeth? No one's just getting involved, basically. Look at that. The same goal twice. Oh. Flipping hell, mate. How flipping hell do I shout at them? Demand more. Focused. Are they focused, are they? Good. Good job, boys. Be focused now. 3-0 down in a semi-final. Be focused now, boys. Yeah. Do you want to be focused when we was at home and could have got a win? No. Be focused now. When we're away, 3-0 down with half an hour to go. Ortega, mate, what is that? I don't mind losing the games, right? But it's when you just lose them so... Okay, what's going on here then? When you lose them so, like, convincingly, like, your team just doesn't look good when losing. And it's not even like, if we were I'm trying to think of, like, an English team, like a... Huddersfield. Say we were Huddersfield playing Manchester City, and okay, yeah, they dominate us. We looked awful. That you kind of expect, really. When you're Sporting Lisbon, you don't really expect to just literally get undone from in kickoff, mate. Do you? Gelson Darla has just scored 4 goals against us. He's only got 11 this year. They've literally scored from kickoff. They've had 5 shots. They've had 5 on target, and they've scored 4 goals, mate. 4 clear-cut chances, 4 goals. What a joke. What a joke, mate. It's moments like this that make me wish I was like a football manager in real life, because I'd be flipping, like, ripping the chairs out from, like, the little dugout area where the managers stand. I'd be getting match bans. I'd be getting red cards. Like, honestly, I'd be screaming, mate. I'd be standing there screaming at the byline, mate, because even sitting here behind a computer screen watching this piece of awful football going on, it just infuriates me, let alone if they were real people. Like, what is that, mate? That just doesn't look like us. It literally looks like another team has just rocked up, or like they've all had a heavy Saturday night. They've come here Sunday morning or whenever it is, and just, like, what's the point? Tomas, come on. No one's there. Isaac gets the ball. Tavares. Cool. 4-2. Bit too late, though, isn't it, boys? It's a fantastic finish, but where was this performance from you? I mean, yes, he got 2 goals this game, but the first goal was an absolute shambles. Maybe it is fitness levels. Like, why do we keep just kicking the ball? We lost, mate. We lost in the semi-final, 4-2. We've had 19 shots with 7 on target. We've only scored 2 goals. They've had 8 shots, 7 on target, scored 4. But when they scored the 4, they only had 5 shots on target. So we've been absolutely dominated. We've been flipping smashed. Guimarães versus Maritimo in the final of the Cup. Which means I've underperformed in 2 competitions, I guess. It's not awful. Okay, I'm very secure at least. That's good to hear, but... Now, we turn our attention to the league campaign where we play Varzim. But basically now, at this point, we just got to hope Benfica somehow keep losing. Don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to play that game nonetheless. The thing is, I set this up, right, so that we could play that game. We could play the Varzim game. I could then bring you Benfica and the Cup final as the final day of the season. So at least if we lost the league, or hey, look, we have a Cup final to play. Now I literally just got to play this and then we skip Boa Vista, play the last 2 games of the season. It's pretty pointless now. It's messed up my recordings. But hey ho, I'm going to hop ahead to this Varzim game and catch you then. I have no idea if Benfica even play today. Why are we looking forward to the Champions League? Is the season over? No, they haven't played yet. I mean, the season is over, basically. Realistically, the season is over. I mean, and the bad thing is we're not even going to play in the Super TAC next year. Because it's going to be Benfica versus either Maritimo or Guimarães. So, we can't even keep hold of our Super TACer. We just bottled it, really. We only have ourselves to blame. Just didn't play good enough. So, we need to sort that out. Here we go. Benfica play Ave today, who are 17th. And when we play Varzim, who are 16th. So, I can't even complain that they have an easy game because ours isn't much easier or better. Like, it's pretty even. I mean, I suppose, their game is a little easier than ours. We're the favourites. We have better form. We are higher in the league. We're away from home, which apparently causes us issues now because, yeah, we didn't seem to win last game. So, that's great. Hopefully Nelson can wake himself up today, grab a goal, at least like just do something again. They are at home, of course. They have Xavi in goal, Costa, Alfiate, Silva, Matos, Rossetti, Breshbul, Pajoy, Keta, Mercado, Kikas. And we have Volpi in goal, Ortega, Ayedu, Howard, Bellis, Aranburu, Marcus Bahia, Correa, Kamara, Brass, Tavares, and Nelson up top to round out our lineup. And like I said, we pretty much got to hope that Benfica lose today. I mean, they can win this one and lose the next 2, but ideally I'd like them to start... Oh, they're not even playing right now. They play later on, so... We literally have to play and find out what they do after our game. So, at least we get to just focus on ourselves, which is good. Correa. Here is Aranburu out on the left. I mean, right, sorry. And he went for it alone. A bit selfish. Would have preferred if he went for a more team-orientated decision. But, you know, hey-ho. What are you going to do? Ortega. Bahia. Back down to Ortega. Tavares. Out to Aranburu. Who again went alone this time. And it's gone in the goal. And I did not even know his name was Gilberto. Or Gilberto. But I thought that was going over and I was about to complain. But then I just saw like the net rippling somehow. And honestly, it took me a bit by surprise. Look at that. Bang. What a madman, mate. Gilberto Aranburu. Cracker, mate. What a cracker of a shot. Goncalo. Ooh. We get it away. It's kind of. Miguel Pajoy has scored. 4 minutes it took for us to lose our lead. 4 minutes. Pajoy. I mean, where's Volpe even diving, mate? Fucking hell. Nelson. A very deep free kick. Correa back out to Nelson. Joseph Aidoo. Bahia. Tavares. Bahia. Kamara. Bahia. Kamara. Tavares. Wow, okay. Nilton Tavares. Wow, I was not expecting that from him, actually. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, well, wow. Okay. I'm a bit speechless, actually. He actually has been pretty good for us, actually, when I sort of consider it. He's wanted by Blackburn, Bayern Munich and Leipzig. But, yeah, I mean, 14 league goals last year, and then he's got 11 this year. Not the best record, but, I mean, yeah, like, pretty good. I'm going to look at key passes quickly, because that's the stat that I feel maybe we're lacking. Where is it? Team goals. Tavares actually being involved in the most, so key passes 48. Yeah, so maybe we're not okay. Valverde's been very key to our performances, actually. He's actually been involved in the second most goals for us. Interesting. Augusto Sergio, very good average rating as well. Reece Nelson's the top goal scorer in the league. And he nearly has the most assists. Maybe I'm being maybe a bit too harsh on some of these boys. Maybe we've just had a few rough games. Because, yeah, statistically, we have a lot of players up there. You know, Reece Nelson's the second top goal scorer. I think he's got like the 5th or 6th most assists. He's got the highest average rating, the joint most player of the matches. Here's Diogo Bras. Ooh, wow. Bit of sloppy goal, 11th of the season for him. And 3-1. So we have a 2-goal cushion, which, honestly, my chest is a bit relieved about that right now. And yeah, I mean, would have been nice if he scored the first shot, but hey, he's the first to the rebound, and yeah, we've doubled our lead. Not really, but we have a 2-goal advantage now, at least, which is yeah, which is important. Aaron Buru, Tavares, Nelson. I'd like to see Nelson get a few assists or something. Tavares bursts into the box. Wow. Aaron Buru with another assist. And at this rate, he's going to have the most assists for us this year. Tavares, 19th of the season for him. And I can't really complain, can I? Look at that. Takes a touch out from his feet. Takes another one. And then bam, fires it into the far corner. I still feel a little indifferent about him. Like, sometimes he's amazing. But again, he's sort of coming into his own. He is only 23, so I'm hoping next year's when he really like switches on, gets a whole season at his sort of best. Kind of what I'm hoping, I guess. I might have to look at I don't want to say I'm going to look at a left winger because clearly I have defensive problems. So I need to look at a defensive solution. But I feel like Brass fell off a little bit this season. He grabbed a lot of goals at the beginning, but you know, 5 goals in 22 games, not really cutting it, you know, without sounding too harsh. Yeah, it's just not really what we need. We can't just rely on Reece Nelson to score all the goals. You know, at Lyon we were very successful because Depay, Major and Cornet were all grabbing the goals. Even off the bench, Bertrand Traore was grabbing goals. Houssem Aouar, I think his name is, Houssem Aouar. Was grabbing a lot of goals as well. As Kikas gets his 9th of the season, and Pajoy with an assist. He's having a great game, Pajoy is. How old is Pajoy? 20. Maybe he's looking for his big move. And yeah, I feel like that's why we're very successful there. But here, the front trio at the beginning of the season looked great. You know, Brass was scoring, Nelson was scoring, Tavares was, I guess, scoring every now and then, but with the two wingers scoring, it wasn't really a necessity for him. But as the season's gone on, obviously Nelson got injured, so that goal-scoring threat was gone. Brass sort of slowed down, so that goal-scoring threat was gone, and then we're just left with Tavares, which isn't a problem. He's obviously got 2 goals and an assist today, and he has got quite a good average rating, but he's meant to be the creative outlet, you know, really, for those 2 players. To then turn around and expect him to be the out-and-out goals, because he can't really provide for himself, obviously. I mean, technically he can, but, you know, it has to fall. Yeah, there's a response. The whole team have a job to do, right? So, Correa. Okay, Xavi holds. Yeah, so I kind of do want to buy a left winger that's like on the same level as sort of Nelson and Tavares. But at the same time, like I said, the goalkeeper is probably the priority, because defensively that's maybe where our issues are lying. So yeah, that's probably where we're going to have to sort it out. But a nice ball out to Brass, and he hits the post. He's not really doing me favours, are you, Brass, mate, by doing that. But 17 shots today, we've looked a lot better in front of goal. And it's going to be a 4-2 loss and a 4-2 win at this rate. Don't know how I feel about that. But, I mean, it's better than 2 losses, I suppose. And, I mean, at least our league title hopes are slightly still alive. We backdoored it last year. Can we backdoor it again this year? Although that does involve beating Benfica, which we might not be able to do. Reece Nelson. Can it? I just wanted to. Okay, you can't. 4-2 at the end of the whistle is the end of the game as the full-time whistle goes. A 4-2 win. So like I said, we lost 4-2 in the first game. We've won 4-2 in the second game. Tavares, yeah, nice stuff, mate. Assists. Brass has 14 in all competitions. Maybe he hasn't slowed down. 7 in the league, 5 in the cup, 2 in the Champions League. Fair enough, mate. Apparently, yeah, he has the most assists, apparently. Tavares is almost our top goal scorer. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh. I'm going to skip forward to see... Well, not skip forward, but I'm going to keep clicking ahead to see what happens in this Benfica game. I'm praying that they somehow lose. Somehow, because they have to play Porto. Okay, no, they've won. They won the game. So with 3 games left, they are 8 points ahead. With 9 points up for grabs. So we need them to lose. Wait, do they need to lose? They're 8 points ahead. If they draw, they go on to 78 and we go on to 72. Right? I'm trying to figure this out in my head. If we win all our games, we go on to 78. If they draw, they have to draw, lose. So they have to lose against us and draw one of these games. And then it'll come down to goal difference. Okay, cool. That is actually somehow possible. They play Porto and Madeira, I believe. I do believe. Obviously, by the time of next episode, they could have already won the league. So, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I don't really want to bring a 3-game episode because of how long it will be. So, that is the end of today's episode. It's on a bit of a cliffhanger because mathematically we can win the league. But it's looking super unlikely. But yeah, as I said, a 4-2 loss in the semi-final, a 4-2 win in the league. So unfortunately we aren't in the cup final this year. But like I said, mathematically we're still in the league title race. If you did enjoy today's episode, please drop it a like down below. Subscribe if you want to stay updated with this journey. And stay updated on see whether we do win the title. Then hit the subscribe button. You can click it just next to the webcam. Should be just down there. Obviously you can scroll down below. And hit the bell if you want notifications as well. The videos go live Monday to Friday at 5 PM GMT, so be sure to look out for those. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.